What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to you with that instant analysis on analysisplayground.com and on YouTube. We're going to talk about the Denver Nuggets, the 40-18 Denver Nuggets winning 112 to 108 against the Miami Heat. They improved to 14-14 on the road. The Heat fall to 32-26. They're 19-10 at home. The Miami Heat got off to a pretty good start, 36-27 against Denver in the first quarter. Denver had a huge second quarter, 38-26. Was able to follow that up with a pretty good third quarter, 24-21. They was able to close out the fourth quarter, the Heat 25-23, but they wasn't able to make a big enough run to end the game with a W as they will fall tonight. Obviously, Jimmy Butler had a pretty good game. He wasn't going to be an all-star this year, which is unfortunate because I feel like he had an all-star caliber season. But 24 points tonight, negative 3 and plus minus, one turnover, one steal, 9 assists, 10 rebounds, barely missed the triple-double. He had opportunities to get it, just teammates couldn't make shots. He also had 3 offensive rebounds, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, which is pretty good. Jimmy usually bully his way into guys and use his craft to be able to get to the free throw line, and he was able to make all of them tonight. Also attempted 2 threes. He was 1 of 2 from three, which is pretty decent considering that he's not a great three-point shooter or he doesn't take that many, but he took enough tonight. 8 of 18 from the field. He tried to mix it up, missed some easy layups, he missed some easy shots, but it happens. You know, he had a great overall game. Really did a good job of penetrating. Really did a good job getting out in transition. Really did a good job defensively. Just came up short as a team. Martin was all over the place. He did miss 2 threes, 0 2 from three. He did have 8 points, negative 4 and plus minus. One personal foul, one turnover, one steal, 4 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 4 of 8 from the field. Bam Adebayo had some mid-range shots that he did hit. He was in a painted area for the most of the game. He also was 7 of 7 from the free throw line, but he finished 6 of 14 from the field. Missed a lot of easy opportunities out there. He ended up with 19 points, not the most dominant game. Didn't get a lot of rebounds either. Only had 2 on the night, and they both was defensive. He was negative 6 and plus minus also. 2 personal fouls, one turnover. He only had 1 block, 2 steals, which was pretty good, but didn't really have that interior impact that was needed for them to be successful tonight. Gabe Vincent, 15 points, plus 5 and plus minus. He also did foul out tonight with 6 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 4 of 9 from the 3-point line. He also was 5 of 13 from the field. Did a great job of spacing the floor. He ended up making his one free throw. He had a lot of attempts tonight, but only made 5 of them. I feel like he did a decent job with the minutes he was in there for. Matt Strus really did a good job too. Was abysmal from three, 4 of 14, but he did make 4 of them. He also was 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He did end up with 23 points, plus 2 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 4 assists. He also did grab 7 rebounds. One of them was offensive. He was 8 of 20 from the field. This is a pretty decent game. It needed somebody to step up because they had some guys on the bench missing and didn't play. Highsmith also only had 3 points, negative 6 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 1 rebound. They was 1 of 4 from the three. He was 1 of 4 from the 3-point line, 1 of 5 from the field. Robinson also came off the bench and got 6 points, plus 2 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 6 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive. He was 3 of 3 from the field. A decent game from him in 14 minutes that he played. And he did a great job rebounding the ball in those 14 minutes. Baye, 10 points, negative 10 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 1 block. He also had 3 steals and 3 assists, 2 rebounds. One of them was offensive. He also shot pretty decent, 4 of 8 from the field and 2 of 4 from three. That's about what you expect. They missed Oladipo and Hero and those guys tonight. They needed a little bit more of an offensive punch and some more shooting, but they just didn't have it tonight. But they ended up keeping the game competitive. They ended up playing great defense. They ended up communicating well. They rolled Adebayo and Strus and Jimmy Butler tonight. But although they stayed in the game, Denver controlled the game after the first quarter pretty well. The Heat did shoot 43% from the field, 34% from three, 12 or 35. They did make a good job getting to the free throw line 20 times. They only missed two of them, 8 of 20 on the night, 90%. They did grab 34 rebounds, 25 assists, 9 steals, 4 blocks, 8 turnovers, 14 personal fouls, and 108 points. But Denver, you got to give them credit. They got hit a little bit in the first quarter, and they was able to weather the storm tonight. Bruce Brown did a great job, 16 points, plus 3 and plus minus. He did get 4 personal fouls and 2 turnovers, but he also had 3 assists and 2 rebounds. He was 3 of 7 from 3 and 6 of 12 from the field, so he really did make good on his attempts, really didn't do too much or get in the way. Did a great job of starting, which he usually doesn't. They had no Jamal Murray, who was out because of injury. He had some knee soreness. Kankar did a great job of getting a block that really helped Denver stay ahead. Miami went for a block and it was successful. They couldn't score because Kankar got the block to get the stop that really helped them stay ahead and win the game. He did finish with 10 points, -1 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. One of them was offensive. He did shoot two from the free throw line, 0 2 from 3 tonight, but he was 4 6 from the field overall. Michael Porter Jr. threw up a lot of threes, but he finished 5 of 13 from the 3-point line. He was very aggressive looking for his 3-point shot. He only took 2 other shots that wasn't threes tonight and finished 6 of 15 from the field. He did grab 6 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, plus 6 and plus minus, 17 points for him. This is a decent game, not the greatest. You would like to see more out of him defensively. You will see him shoot the ball particularly better because a lot of his shots he did force it. He could have took more time. He could have passed them up, but he was trigger happy tonight. Jokic had another dominant game. 27 points, plus 5 and plus minus. He also only had 3 personal fouls. He had 8 assists, 12 rebounds. He was 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He decided not to attempt a 3, but he was 12 of 14 from the field, only missing 2 shots, which is incredible, but he was able to get it done tonight. Pope did a great job defensively, 8 points, -2 and plus minus. He only had 1 personal foul on top of that. He did have 3 turnovers, but he did have 2 blocks and 6 assists, 4 rebounds. One of them was offensive. 2 or 3 from the 3-point line. Did a great job spacing the floor. Only missing 1 3 tonight. 3 of 5 from the field. Green was athletic and was getting all over the place, even getting to the free throw line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He also had 12 points, plus 5 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. He was 4 of 9 from the field, so a good energetic game from him tonight. Thomas Bryant fits in very well, especially because they need some defensive help and some athleticism in the front court. And I feel like he was able to do that in the painted area. 10 points, -1 and plus minus, 3 personal foul, 2 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 or 5 from the field. Smith, 2 points, +1 and plus minus, 2 turnovers, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the field. And Braun, 10 points, +4 and plus minus, 3 personal foul, 1 steal, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, 4 or 6 from the field. White, Watson, and Jordan all did not play, although they was healthy. Coach's decision. They did shoot 57% from the field, which is outstanding. 39% from 3, 11 to 28, which is getting it done. 86% from the free throw line, which is also very well done. 13 to 15, only missing 2 attempts. 39 rebounds, 34 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks. They also only had 13 turnovers and 18 personal fouls. Denver continued to show that they're tough to beat. They defend. They cover a lot of ground. Jokic is a guy that's unstoppable because either he's going to find an open guy or he's going to tear you up by himself offensively, especially because he couldn't really miss tonight. And he's very physical, so he can get you into foul trouble. And the Heat had the speed and the athleticism tonight, but Denver, it didn't really phase them. They was able to really handle the speed and the quickness of the Heat. They was able to get to the paint. They was able to get their shots, quality. and was able to knock down threes all night. And this team really didn't miss that much. 57% just means that they was patient, they communicated, and just operated just like the Heat wasn't there. This team has done that throughout the entire season. I still think they're the best team in the West. I think that they played the best together. They had a lot of experience over the years. They're finally healthy. And even when they're not healthy, they're still getting the job done. They're one of the only teams to win 40 games to this point, and they have done it without losing that much. And they have been at the top of the West for a long period of time. It seemed like everybody was fighting for it, and Denver just solidified themselves as the best team. You can make an argument they could have been the best team years ago before Jamal Murray went down, but now they have a chance to prove that they are this year, as most majority of the team is healthy. But I like what they do. I like how they play. I like how they defend. I like how they score. Nikola Jokic is probably the best player in the league, one of the most unstoppable players we have seen. And I feel like they execute very well. You know, you got to give credit to Mike Malone for allowing them to slow the game down. They can speed it up. They can cut. They can get threes. They can run the offense to one player. They didn't even have Aaron Gordon out there tonight, and it was no problem as they still was able to win this game. It shows you how deep this team really is. People say their depth is not that much, but they have enough to where if you put the right talent around Jokic, he's going to find guys or find his own shot, and that's just enough to be a competitive offensive team. Just because he's a offensive hub that can really take a lot out of you. Trying to figure out what he's going to do next. A lot of his moves are unpredictable. A lot of his moves are very smart and clever, and you have to give him credit for that. You know, when you win 2 MVPs and you now have the requisite talent to take advantage of. He getting less points, but he's getting more assists, and now the points is starting to rack up too with the rebounds and the assists, and they starting to defend better. So this team has really became the best team he has played with on paper, and they also play well with each other on the court, and that's a problem because a lot of people are saying, what is Jokic really accomplishing in these regular seasons? He's showing you that he can really carry an offense by himself, and if you put the right talent around him, he can carry you to NBA Finals and possibly a championship. And that's what he's showing this year. And that's why I have him as my MVP. The guy does everything that you need to win games, and that's all they really have been doing this season. The only team they really have to pass is the Celtics, and honestly, they're not that far from being a better team than the Celtics record wise, and they right there with them. So they have done everything they have done while still trying to ease in Jamal Murray as the season continues to progress, as he's been fighting through that ACL injury, and he has looked decent. And a lot of it has to do with the screen setting and the dribble handoffs of Jokic to make his job easier. And all he has to do is knock down shots in space or get a first step to get to the floater game, and Jokic makes his job easier. Even with Michael Porter, he's always open somehow, or he always has enough space to get off a quality shot. And a lot of it has to do with the attention and the penetration of some of the players, but the screen setting of the bigs, allowing them to get opportunities, or the passing of Jokic getting trapped in double team and him making a quick decision to get these guys, the shots that they work for, which is moving without the basketball and being able to knock them down, is all they will have to do once they're open, which they will be. You only can really guard one player, and once you send multiple people, somebody's going to be open. Can a guy make the pass? Can the guy deliver the pass on time and on target? Jokic, yes, he can. Jamal Murray, yes, he can. And if that's the case, this team is going to be tough to stop, and not too many teams have been able to beat them so far. And this team has been like this for a while when they're healthy. I mean, they only lost 18 times, and they already done played over 50, 60 games. So it shows you how elite this team really is and how tough they're going to be, to stop in the future, especially when Jamal Murray continues to get better. This team is going to be even tougher to stop. He's already more explosive. He already more confident. But that just helps this team prepare and be better in the future. So I'm proud of what I'm seeing with the Nuggets. This is not the greatest win, but it just shows you that no matter what you put around Jokic, he's going to find out how to get it done. I got to give a lot of credit to Jokic. I feel like he's one of the biggest reasons why they continue to win, obviously, and why they won this game tonight. But Bam couldn't do nothing. Nobody on the Heat could do anything. And Jokic, again, had his way like he has done. And he did it unselfishly, too, with the 8 assists. Other than that, continue to like, continue to subscribe. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis signing out. Podcast in the description. Also, check out my Facebook page. That's also in the description. Continue to like on Facebook like you've been doing. And also hit the notification bell for more analysis when it first comes out, whether it's breakdowns, the hottest topics, instant analysis, or even, you know, just basketball conversations. Hit that notification bell to get it first.